106.5 FM and online. It's the After 5 guest with Wyn Thomas.
And I'm delighted today to be joined by After 5 guests Dil Williams and Paul Edwards. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, Wyn.
Oh, are you all right?
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Brought the sunshine
Come a bit close to
with
that microphone for me, Paul.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Dil, let me start with you.
Yeah.
You worked for the NHS for many, many years.
Many.
So was singing always something in you?
Something very important to me in my life, yeah, from my parents. My father was he liked to remind me a top tenor in the choir and referred to me as a second tenor. And my mother was an amateur operatic, so yes, there was always singing on the house, and yeah.
So what did you do with the NHS?
I was a mental health nurse.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I trained, and then I went on to do a psychology degree and worked in the psychology department then for a while. But I was a CPN, they call it, community psychiatric nurse. Yeah, I was altogether 38 years, I think, working.
Yeah. Any one particular venue?
No, I trained in a large psychiatric hospital in Bridgend, the Park.
Yes, I know.
And then I went up to the Rhondda, Pontypridd, and worked the Valleys as a CPN, Yeah, so... many years doing that.
So you're retired now, obviously, yeah?
Yes,
and now pursuing a singing career.
Oh, it had to come, didn't it? Yeah, I've been singing up and down the valleys in the car for so many years. So. Yeah, I mean, the lockdown came, and I've always, played the guitar a little bit. As I've told the story, I kind of ran away to sea years ago and took a guitar and a chord book, and that's where I sort of learnt to play the guitar. And... when I retired, then I took it back up, and the lockdown came, and I found myself writing some kind of poetry and songs, and to get a long story short, somebody introduced me to, told me about Paul, his dad it was, who referred me to Paul, and I haven't looked back since.
Wonderful. So you write the songs, you write the words?
I do, yes, yeah.
And the music?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay, good stuff, yeah. So is it words first or music first?
It depends, really. I think some of the songs that I've written in half an hour, are some of the ones that people say, "Oh, I really like that," and other ones I've slaved over for hours and hours and days, and they say, "Oh, yeah, that's all right there." It's just the luck of the draw, the way it goes, really. And sometimes they just pop into my head. Really, that's all I can say about it, really.
Well, all songwriters like that, and the things just pop in their head, don't they? Yeah. Paul, you also write the music with him or help him with the production, do you?
Yes, yeah. So Will comes to me and say he's worked out obviously his lyrics, his melodies, his chords, and then what I'll do is I'll think, right, well, let's add this bass line to it. Maybe we can add this lead guitar. Maybe we can add these drums. So, but the song, the structure and the idea has always come from Will. All I do is, I suppose, embellish it and add some extra layers to it.
So if you need other artists then to be on, you provide those artists as well, do you?
Say with artists, any songwriters who come to me, sometimes you could have someone who's just a singer, maybe they don't play an instrument, and then I'll help them. It's like, well, if you've got a melody, well, let's work out what the chords are, and I'll play the guitar then for them. And
Dil as well, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you provide, if you need somebody to be there playing alongside him, or...
Oh, yes, yeah. Sorry, with regards to live as well, live performance, we've started going out, and we're performing live as well, so...
I think, I'm not sure if you're referring to collaborations that, people have helped me on the albums. Mark Jones, local guitarist from Booth Call, and Roger Clark-Worthy, and a few other, folks have helped, and their expertise has been fabulous. And Garin, of course, Garin Lang on vocals. Yeah, so yeah.
Who's your backing singer?
Yes, yeah.
So, your own studio then, Paul?
Yes, yeah.
How long's that been going?
I've been going probably about 7 years now. I haven't always been a music producer and composer. Prior to that, I was a music teacher. I've had a bit of a windy path to find my way here, but I've always been musical. So I've been playing the guitar since the age of 11. So 30 years on, here I am,
So where are you based?
I'm in Bridgend, I am.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes,
What part of Bridgend?
Broadlands.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes, I
yeah.
know.
So my studio, it's a studio based in the house. So, but it works really well for songwriters. With regards to working with bands and that, I can still work with bands, but say it works ideally for where with Dil, he comes to me as a songwriter, and we can sit there in the comfort of the home, and we. I see. It's
well, as you know, these days people can send you stuff, can't you? And you can mix that, can't you?
yes, yeah. You can work remotely and all sorts.
Which is what the lockdown did to people, did they? They caused. I mean, I've interviewed artists who've had people work in the Bahamas or in Spain, and they're all put it together, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. I do various online collaborations with people, and then I say I'll also work as a composer, working with different companies online as well.
So, so you've had bands come to you and want to produce them. Have they been successful? Are they known?
Say it's usually local bands that I'm working with. So they say that I work with a variety of different types of ensembles. So I'll work with like punk bands. Fatal Blow is a band that I worked with recently, and then on the other end of the sticky scale, then I've worked with choirs recording 60 piece ensembles.
Wow!
So obviously not in the house, you go to a designated space for that, but it depends on, I say, what you're doing. I'm working with Dil at the moment. Say there's a couple of other local artists that I'm working with, an
ensemble or that number, I suppose that takes a venue and then obviously miking up and all that sort of stuff. Yeah?
Yes,
you do all that.
Yes, yeah. So that's obviously it's a different type of work. Then that's like you might go to a church and they'll have stereo miking. But then obviously compare that then to working in the studio. The nice thing is we've got the comfort of being able to plug maybe straight into the desk if we need to do that.
Right.
So.
Lovely, yeah. So Dil, so the single Warm Love, what's that about? What do you see that as? Do you see it as a young man or a man as you are now?
I see it as a man as I am now. It's not only a song about the ups and downs of romantic love, but it's also about disenfranchised and devalued people.
Yeah,
as the video will portray. It's about people around the world, really, who are, as I say, disadvantaged, who perhaps didn't have the luxury of warm love, and perhaps some of those people on the streets who we see every day in the cities, perhaps a lot of them don't know what warm love is. They don't. I don't think a lot of them. No. Yeah.
So what's this about you ran away to sea as a young man with your guitar? Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it was from Swansea as well. Actually, it was a ship that went to South America, Jamaica from Swansea, and I bought an old Fender acoustic guitar and a chord book. And I mean, it wasn't strictly running away. Like I didn't stow away, but I mean, I had to kind of sign up and everything. But I was a young man, sort of trying to make a statement in the world, I suppose. And
how long was that for?
I wasn't in the Merchant Navy long. I was in probably for about 3 years. So
you must have seen some countries, then, did you?
Oh yeah. When the second ship I was on was the Oriana doing a world cruise.
Oh, right.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so I saw lots of the world. I've been blessed in that way, Seen a lot of the world and what have you. And a lot of life, really, since, saw a lot of life in the Merchant Navy. And then after, as a CPN, you see people at their very lowest.
You see the other side of life, yeah.
People at their very lowest, the very basics of humanity,
So on ship, then, what were your jobs on ship?
I was just in the engine room,
Oh, right, okay. Right.
Sometimes I'd be called an oiler, and sometimes, and then if they were going to be really posh, they'd call me a fireman. So,
oh, okay.
I wasn't any good at any of them, though.
But if you don't mention it, you had some kind of lung problems, which has helped, and the singing helps with the lung problems, yeah?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have got this. I don't normally talk about it, but I don't mind. It's like an incurable lung disease. I go up to Manchester now twice every month. They're trialling a medication for it. So I'm up there twice a month. And somebody mentioned that singing was good for the lungs, and I love singing.
Yeah.
So that certainly is what spurred me on to sing more than I was.
I hope you don't mind me asking you about it.
No, I don't mind at all, Win. I don't mind at all. No, I'm pretty open about it,
Yeah.
But I've never wanted to be one that, when you see some programs on telly, they go to the sob story, don't they?
Well, yeah, they use it on X Factor a lot, don't they? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I never wanted to sort of get into that sort of
So, how are you going to follow this now? Then? So, is the single is out for release?
Well, we had the last the CD Interstellar came out last winter. This
She just gave it.
yeah. That next one out, Warm Love is off the next album, and we're going to follow Warm Love up with another one which we just finished today.
Which will be coming out. Should be in the Broadlands today.
Well,
I was working with Will yesterday, and then I finished the mixing today.
Yeah, is
that on an album or is it a single release?
I'll probably release it as a single. Yeah.
Right. So if you get a CD version, please do drop me one.
Oh, okay? I definitely will. Yeah. Well, you can't electronically or just CD, is it?
Well, I do like the sort of. You see, the CD players are here. We do play a lot of CDs as well.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
It's because they to be a bit old-fashioned, but still good sounds.
I say, I hope people will like it anyway.
Well, thanks for coming to see me today.
It's been a pleasure, Win. Thank you for inviting us
down. Yeah. And Paul, good luck with what you're doing. Obviously, let me know if you want any artist promotion. I'm not really into punk, but I'm into many other things. Okay.
It's a massive. It's a big range, but
that's a good producer who can sort of spread himself wide.
Yeah, more people like Will is when I'm trying to focus now. So
that's old people.
I think you meant folk singers, but
yes.
Okay, here comes the single. It's called Warm Love by Dil Williams, and here we go.
Of you was warm love, even when the skies were blue. I needed warm love. The icy alleyways of life can be so hard and cold. Wrap up in your overcoat, be brave, untold. The book of love in chapter 2 talks of warm love. If you find it stick like glue to warm. Just a case of time. I'm a fool for love sublime. Hope it's just a case of time.